The date, September 1944. After a summer of success for the Allied campaign in key areas of France, a new problem arose. Their aim was to advance through the Netherlands. Ahead lay the rivers of Maas, Waal, and Rhine, and a myriad of canals connecting them. Their goal, to bring the front line to the territory of the Third Reich. However, if the Allies continued with an armored ground offensive, then the German army could take out several key strategic bridges, severely hampering Allied progress. So Field Marshal Montgomery devised a plan to counter this possibility. The Allied advance would begin with an airborne infiltration attempt. The operation, codenamed Market Garden, aimed to parachute masses of Allied soldiers into the area with the objectives of securing the key bridges of Wesel, Grau, Nijmegen, and Arnhem. No serious resistance was expected, so these British and American paratroopers could hold the bridges long enough for the armored divisions to travel down the newly opened corridor and reach Arnhem within 48 hours of the airdrop. Once established in Arnhem, the Allies could then launch an all-out offensive into the heart of Hitler's empire and finish the war just weeks from the airdrop. The most important objective of this campaign was capturing the bridge at Nijmegen on the River Waal. This task was given to the American 82nd Airborne, famed for their fighting in Normandy. With this experience and excellent training, the division had no doubt they could succeed, inspired by the importance of this mission. But even they did not imagine how ferocious the wounded German army could be.
Hello everybody, my name is Retroliser and welcome back to Soldiers, Heroes of World War II, where we're moving on to the third chapter, which of course, as, well, explained quite nicely by our narrator, is Operation Market Garden, where we're going to be looking after the 82nd Airborne Division of the United States Army. But still, enough about me chatting about the history, which has already been explained. Let's just move swiftly onwards.
Extensive German air defenses stood ready as the Allied DC-3s, carrying the 82nd Airborne, approached the planned drop zone. As the squad lieutenant and his men jumped from the planes, they were relentlessly fired upon by over 100 anti-aircraft guns. Many of the DC-3s took direct hits, and as the masses of twisted metal and flames spiraled to the ground, several paratroopers were horrifically caught up in the wreckage and killed. Scores of pilots and airborne did not return home that day. During his descent, the lieutenant saw the Germans taking potshots at the Allied soldiers. Dozens of his fellow men died before hitting the ground. Thankfully, luck was on his side that day, and he made it to the ground uninjured and undetected. He reached for his sidearm and discovered it was gone. Lost during the drop. His only weapon, a hunting knife. His first task was to find out where the rest of his squad were.
Somewhere within 25 billion miles, because quite frankly, shit got real bad back then. In fact, some gliders during Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily, ended up in the ocean.
The airdrop was a disaster. The squad is dispersed, and the men are nowhere to be seen. It is imperative that they are found as soon as possible and taken to the rendezvous point. They are likely to need help, as the area is crawling with enemy search teams. However, the first task is to find a gun.
Not to worry. You see, when it came to getting involved with parachute drops, the good thing about it is the fact that when it comes to parachute drops, as I was saying, before being distracted by the gunfire, is the fact that both sides, you know, could not actually have their weapons drop with them. Instead, they had to do what we've just done now, which is, of course, find boxes that had our
like it's not our day.
had our equipment that were dropped to the ground.
Guess the Germans are having a lucky day.
I mean, it was that hard because most, if not all, of the paratroopers throughout the war, you know, would be dropped in, and they would then have to start searching around. If they were going to a hot landing zone, they would have to do so while under fire. In essence, it was a very difficult job being part of the airborne. Because if you weren't, you know, killed while falling out of the sky, then you were completely unarmed and on your own until you found your friends and
Piece of cake.
found where your equipment had been dropped. Unless, of course, you were such a person who was given what was created to overcome this, which is the leg bag, which for some people was basically just a bag which was then strapped to your leg and was there while you fell out of the sky. It became apparent that the aforementioned leg bag actually caused some very bad injuries. Specifically, usually caused the person falling with the leg bag to be completely fucked. As in fractures and other sorts of delightful things. Now then, moving swiftly onwards from talking about paratroop drops, which of course I've been saying in a very disjointed way, considering that my mind's just not with it at the moment. I'm busy concentrating on this, on the fact that we're currently in the middle of nowhere. This looks nothing like anything I've seen before. Still, find and rescue at least 4 squad members and then get the hell out of here. Where is that rendezvous point anyway? That farm, right. Well, that's fair enough. Oh damn. Right. Well, it seems that we have a problem. Shit!
What's this? Blood?
Yes. Considering that you've just been fired upon by an anti-aircraft gun and survived, that would put you in the hospital. Even worse, you would most likely be dead. There we go.
Looks like they've run us into a trap.
Oh really? A trap? Doesn't look like a trap to me.
Ow.
However, I will point out that we are certainly getting our share of the Germans.
Silver star would have been enough. I don't really need a purple heart.
I don't think anybody needs a purple heart. There we go. Meanwhile, there we go. It's all over for us now. Right, how many people do we have? 4. Glorious. Meanwhile... Ooh. Quickly, get across the river. We're taking that armoured car. We're then going to do some really fucking evil stuff. For example, there are a lot of Germans kicking around there, and I think we should clear them out just to take the piss. Hello there. Ah. Right, well, the last thing we need is to have Perkins here killed, so get him in. What the fuck? Uh-oh. We have ourselves an allied transport plane coming down. No matter. Good shot, good shot. Even better. Now. We're not out of the woods yet. On the contrary, we're anything but. Because we need to go and save these chaps from what can only be described as a horrible death. Good shot, good shot. Meanwhile, what's over here? Ah. heavy anti-aircraft guns.
I've run us into a trap.
Alright, what's going on here?
That's up.
A lot of destruction. Come on. There we go. This place is clear. Sort of. Might as well just swiftly demolish this. Surprise! Knock knock.
Worse than in Stalingrad.
Oh, there you go. Now then, that's the rest of these chaps down and out. And the rest of this landing zone is now clear. Come on, son. Where the hell are you? Good shot. Still. Would be nice if this chap would just obey what I'm trying to do to him and die.
Not to worry. In the evening we'll get some schnapps
There you
to
go.
ease the pain.
Now. Good shot. Something incoming? Another armoured car. Well, that's no matter. I have myself a 50mm gun that has a simple machine gun. I'm clearly the one with the advantage. Although, that is something I do not want to get involved with. Let's go and make our run towards the landing zone.
It's not our day.
No, it's not, is it? In fact, there's a few more approaching. Oh, bloody hell. Well, damn.
Let's
This is not good at all. Right, get yourselves over to the... There we go. Beautiful. And with that, it is of course time to go and end it there, ladies and gentlemen, for we have run out of time. But don't worry, I'll be back soon enough. But, if you can't wait until then, do please check out the selection boxes on my left, or go to the channel itself. There is plenty more to be seen. Thank you very much once more for watching, and of course from me, ta-ta!